Raven has a vision into the future! Hi everyone, it's Nolan, your Wednesday, but kind of your weekend transition-y. Sorry about the last video. Didn't really have a whole lot of time, but now it's spring break, so I should have all kinds of time. Lies. I will not have all kinds of time. I'm going to be doing research projects and all kinds of crazy stuff. Spring break, more like spring. We're going to make you work for it because it's your last semester of major classes. Merry Christmas! Anyways, this week we're talking about the future of what I will title the queer community. If you don't like the word queer, I do apologize. I find it to be a much more inclusive term, just in the sense of I have reclaimed it, and I see it doesn't really exclude anyone by identifying LGBT. It's a very broad term for the one big happy minority family that we all are. But that's another video about queer versus LGBTQ+. Anyways, so this week we're talking about the future of the queer community, and I think it's interesting. Devin is talking from a perspective of a Canadian, and they have been legalized in marriage equality for, he said, 10 years. I'm going to look that up, Devin. I didn't do any research before this video either. Clearly we are a very well-run channel. Clearly. But I live in one of the few states in the United States that allows gay marriage, and I think it's very interesting to see how they fought and they fought and they fought and they fought and they fought, and it passed for marriage equality, and you still hear rumblings of it every so often, but anytime anyone brings it up, everyone just kind of looks at them like, it's been 2 years plus and nothing's changed. Like no one's hurt because of it. No one's damaged because of it. So, what's your point? Where are you going with this? And I think people expected there to be this huge backlash when marriage equality passed in Iowa, and there wasn't. And I think that's why, as Devin said, it needs to go to the federal level, because like a lot of rights that are denied minorities or groups that cannot represent themselves, it takes that swing of the pendulum way too far one direction to come back to center, and I think the federal government moving in will be that pendulum, will have proven that the pendulum has swung slightly too far and is now coming back to center. That will be the turning point in which we will swing back to center if the federal government takes a stand. If we do it state by state, the pendulum will just keep swinging further and further out, because what will happen is states that don't allow marriage equality will fight harder and harder and harder and make the rhetoric around the issues of marriage equality and queer issues so much more vicious and dangerous and hurtful for those who aren't included. And that's never a healthy thing. I'm not going to comment on the rest of the world because I love them all very dearly. You as the world. I love you all very dearly. But I'm stuck in a country that apparently is behind everyone else, but I'm constantly told is the best country in the world. And I sometimes have to roll my eyes at that. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about the rest of the world and just focus on some of the issues in America, because there are issues. As far as other issues, you know, people kind of harangue on me that, you know, marriage isn't the end-all be-all. You're right, marriage isn't the end-all be-all. But like I was talking about the pendulum, I think marriage is a good measuring stick of societal acceptance, because it's something that everyone just kind of sees as a ubiquitous thing. People get married. If you don't get married, you didn't get married. It's not like you're just you. You're either married or you're not married. There's no like marriage and normal. Like I don't know. So I think marriage is a good measuring stick because everyone is expected to agree or not agree to marriage at some point in life, except those of us who are denied marriage rights, in which case we are weird. And so I think a marriage is a good measuring stick, which is why we talk about marriage so much. But if you I'm actually really curious. What are the rights and issues that you see in the queer community that are going to be a big issue moving forward? Another one that I can think of off the top of my head is gay blood donations in America are still banned in a lot of countries around the world, and I have a really big problem with that because HIV incidence in the gay community has plummeted in since the 70s crisis. And it's actually rising in other non-gay communities, and it's really terrifying to me that gay men are being singled out and other people are not being denied. But I'm not terrified for my health because I know that they test blood over and over and over and over and over again, and the chance for infection is so small that it's not even funny. So then why are gay men still being singled out? I'd like to know. But I'd like to know if there's any other issues that come to your mind that you'd like to talk about, that you'd like to see the public address when it comes to queer issues and queer rights. So comment below, and I'd love to know what you have to say. We also are still looking for a Tuesday. We'd love to have someone fill in for our Tuesdays. If you know of someone, or if you yourself would love to be our Tuesday person, comment below, message us, find us on Tumblr, gay5ways.tumblr.com, find us on Facebook, /gay5ways. We are everywhere and anywhere. And we would love to hear from you. So give us a shout out and we'll shout out right back. So you all have a fantastic week ahead of you. I'm going to be on spring break, so you'll probably get a video from me in Minneapolis. So I'll see you all there. That was so Raven.